वेल G20 की मीटिंग एनर्जी सस्टेनेबिलिटी ट्रांजिशन पर बहुत सारी बात हो रही है एंड ऑफ कोर्स द बिग टॉपिक इज हाउ डू वी इंक्रीज द शेयर ऑफ रेन्यूएबल एनर्जी ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड और भारत इज ऑफ कोर्स नॉट बिहाइंड. मेरे साथ इस वक्त मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ न्यू एंड रेन्यूएबल एनर्जी के सेक्रेटरी मिस्टर भूपेंद्र भल्ला है. थैंक यू सो मच सर. यहाँ पर जो डेलिब्रेशंस चल रहे हैं क्लियरली मैं इंडिया के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से समझना चाहती हूँ. हम क्योंकि इसमें लीड ले रहे हैं, बहुत सारा फोकस है रेन्यूएबल्स की तरफ. जो सरकार ने इतनी स्कीम्स निकाली हैं उसका हम असर भी देख रहे हैं. सो आई वांट टू नो फ्रॉम यू सर कि अब आगे जितना हमने स्टेप्स अभी तक लिए हैं उनके रिजल्ट्स से को देखते हुए अब क्या आगे हम एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं इस सेक्टर में.
रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी में हमारे काफ़ी बड़े टारगेट हैं. हमने 500 गीगावाट का वी आर टारगेटिंग टू रीच फ्रॉम नॉन फॉसिल इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कैपेसिटी बाय 2030
जी.
उसमें क्योंकि नॉन फॉसिल है उसमें थोड़ा सा न्यूक्लियर कैपेसिटी भी रहेगा, but our estimate is that the total non-nuclear capacity will be around 20 gigawatt out of 500. So we have to reach 480 gigawatt of renewable capacity by 2030. Currently, our renewable capacity, installed capacity is 172 gigawatt. But we also have about 110 gigawatt under implementation, which are either on the ground being installed, or we've already tendered and the bids are yet to come. So these are concrete projects.
जी.
Either जो बन रहा है या वो
work in progress.
So we have already identified the project. So these are about 110 gigawatts of projects under implementation at various stages. So essentially we are at 283 or so of installed or under implementation. From 280 now we have to reach 480. So we have to add 200 gigawatt in the next 7 years. अब 2023 है, हमारा टारगेट 2030 का है. In 7 years we need to install 200 gigawatts. So roughly about 30 gigawatts per year. But obviously not every project which starts, often gets completed. So our target is to add about 50 gigawatt. At least aim for 50 gigawatt per year. So you have cushioning. And because some projects may get delayed, some projects may not get done.
Sure.
So 50 gigawatt का हमारा aim है to leap from, let's say, the last year's number of 15 gigawatt, which we achieved, record number, but from there to go to 50 to what 40 to 50 gigawatt, that's a huge jump. That's the quantum kind of leap that we're looking at.
Okay.
So all our efforts
are
towards that.
Okay.
So we're trying to do different things to make sure that we take this leap.
Sure. इसमें participation जो players का है वो बहुत ज़रूरी है. Industry has to obviously come up to the levels that you are expecting them to invest. और ये capital intensive space है. तो मैं ये जानना चाहूँगी government का focus from PSU standpoint कितना रोल इम्पॉर्टेंट होगा, कौन से PSUs यहाँ पर ज़्यादा स्ट्रांगली पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे, एंड इवन फ्रॉम दी फॉरेन कंपनीज या प्लेयर्स जो टेक्नोलॉजी लेके आते हैं, इंडियन प्लेयर्स, उनको आप कैसे उत्साहित कर रहे हैं या रादर इंसेंटिवाइज करने वाले हैं?
इसमें क्या है कि रिन्यूएबल सेक्टर इज वन सेक्टर इन इंडिया विच यू आर अवेयर ऑफ वेयर द गवर्नमेंट हैज स्टॉप्ड एक्चुअली डूइंग इट इन द सेंस ऑफ गवर्नमेंट डजंट फंड सच प्रोजेक्ट्स. कैपेक्स मोड पे हम बहुत कम करते हैं
जी.
कुछ प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं जो हमारी PSU खुद या वो लेकर करते हैं कैपेक्स, बहुत कम, पर ज़्यादातर मोस्ट प्रोजेक्ट्स आर ऑन द बिडिंग रूट, विच मीन दैट we say that the private sector should come and bid for a project, and based on the tariff which they quote, the lowest tariff, we select the parties. And these firms then go ahead and then get investments, plan their projects and execute on the ground, and then we have an agreement with these companies to buy the power for a very 25 years is the norm. So our at the PSUs, as you were asking, we used to have 3 renewable energy implementing agencies, which is SECI, Solar Energy Corporation of India, NTPC, NHPC, and now we've added SJVN, which is an arm of a joint venture of Ministry of Power and Government of India and state government. 4 agencies को अब हमने ये कहा है कि 4 agencies will do the bidding for us. So but these PSUs are only going to be bidding.
Okay.
But then you also have, for example, NTPC has its own subsidiary, NTPC renewable energy. So they
can participate.
they are a developer. So they may not obviously participate in the NTPC bid because of the issue, but they might be participating in a bid done by other companies. And these bids are very transparent. There's nothing because it's totally clear, transparent, online, e-reverse. हमारे auction होते हैं, at least on the solar, and so they will participate. But apart from that, PSUs perhaps will not be getting into
but sir, consolidation क्योंकि ज़रूरी है सेक्टर में, हम जिस तरह से देखते हैं, तो in the renewable and energy space लग रहा है कि कुछ आप to make it more obviously financial viable and robust.
In fact, the numbers, I would say the reverse.
There's opportunity for more. You're saying.
If you say 200 gigawatts, 1 megawatt costs about 5 crores to 6 crores, that kind of money. So when you're looking at huge number, I think the investment required in renewable sector for this setting up this capacity is huge. So perhaps, although even now, if you see the overall companies which are participating and executing the projects, I think there'll be about 10, 12, 15 big firms which have a lion's share of the RE capacity, which is under either they are operating it or they are in the process of doing it. So going forward, I expect some of these companies to continue being very gung-ho about it and continue.
And you want more companies.
But I think there's enough space.
Sure.
My point is that there's enough. Itni space create ho rahi hai, and some of these companies, because of whatever inherent, they might have temporary shortages of thing, and they might be planning to get more funds. So perhaps they will also be figuring out which project they should bid for. In fact, now we have announced, as you know, one of the elements of our new approach is that we are going very strong in bidding for in bidding on a higher level. Last year, as I mentioned, we did about 15 gigawatts of RE capacity installation. This year we have targeted bidding of 50 gigawatts, 50.
15 से 50.
15 से 50. अब 50 gigawatt we have announced a trajectory. 50 gigawatt of RE capacity bidding for the next 5 years.
5 years.
Each year.
Wow. So
this is we are taking this leap.
Okay, sure.
As I mentioned, I always say it's a leap of faith.
Leap of faith, well,
so hopefully
it will work out. Finally, sir, एक आखिरी सवाल, PLI schemes पर focus कर रहे हैं और बहुत सारे अच्छे response मिल रहा है from other sectors as well. आपके sector में अब next PLI कौन से area में आ सकती है? Because that encourages industry to manufacture at a very large scale.
Yeah, currently we've been very successful, I would say, in the PLI that we've done on the solar PV manufacturing. We've already finalized tranche 1, which we awarded in November-December 2021. We have just in April, recently we have done the tranche 2, we have done the allotment. So we have completed the PLI part as far as the solar PV is concerned. So these capacities will now come up over the next 3 years. The next possible PLI is likely to be battery storage. Because storage is increasingly becoming important for the renewable energy space in India. So there's a requirement. We know there's a requirement. By 2030, you cannot have, the target is, CEA has estimated that India would need about 208 gigawatt hours of battery storage capacity. Now, whether it will come partly from pump storage, whether it will come partly from other storages, what kind of other storage is possible. So obviously it will be either pump storage because of its lower cost would be preferred.
So how quickly, sir, will this be taken up? क्या size की हम बात कर रहे हैं? Is it like going to be a massive big one? Like आज हमने
it'll be as big as what the government allows. See, what we can do is we will estimate the requirement we have. It's always, PLI, when we do PLI, it doesn't mean that we have to fund everything. It's very simple.
Of course.
So you have to kickstart that initial. So we have to estimate a reasonable size of manufacturing capacity, which we feel can kickstart the process. And and it's always
वो पहली होगी in the battery.
So that will be kind of starting the process.
But ये कब तक आने की उम्मीद है? Approximately in how many months?
We hope we will be able to do it this year.
This year, okay. All right, sir. बहुत धन्यवाद.
Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.